Hello guys, right, so welcome along to today's video, and today has been a really busy day because it's been outdoor learning day here at school, so we've had lots of things going on, and Scratch doesn't really always fit into the sort of outdoor category, so I've thought pretty carefully about how we're going to do this, and what I thought we could do is use Scratch to make a program that would be useful if you were trying to do something like make a sign outside. So this is sort of a program that's going to make a sign to help other people. So what I've got here at the moment is just about Scratch, and I don't want Scratch today, so I'm going to get rid of Scratch, and I want to go to my backdrop, and I'm going to choose a backdrop that's going to be nice and eye-catching that people can see the sign nice and easy. So I'm going to go into the pre-made backdrops because I know there's a pattern section that I'm going to go into, and I'm going to choose the stripes, and I can even, if I want, choose to change the colour of the stripes by clicking on the paint pot and choose the colour I want. Now I'm going to use yellow, and you will see why I'm going to use yellow in a minute, because my message is one that's very relevant at the moment because we've got beautiful weather today. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to make a message about wearing suntan lotion. It's really important. It's a really important message that sometimes people forget. You've got to wear your suntan lotion, particularly when it's warm weather like this and the sun's out all day. You've got to wear that suntan lotion to protect your skin. You don't want to get your skin burnt because that will damage your skin. And you don't even want to be out there without suntan lotion because it can do invisible damage as well. So it's a really important message that people need to pay attention to. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a sprite that's going to be the message on my sign. So I'm going to paint the sprite. I'm going to go to the text tool here, and I'm going to write a message. Now by default it would be that font, so let's write oh no, I don't want it to be yellow because it's a bit hard to read, so let's make it red, a bit easier. Okay, and then we're going to make our message. So I'm just going to write wear suntan lotion. Right, it's gone off the edge of the screen, so I'm going to move it across. That's lotion. Definitely not how you spell that. Lotion. Spelling is important. It won't check it for you. Right, okay. Now I actually want it to be down a bit, so I'm going to click it and drag it and move it. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it over 2 lines. So wear suntan lotion, and that means I can then stretch it out and make it even bigger on the page. Awesome. I can always move it around on here as well, so I can get it exactly where I want it. Now I want my font to be different, so I'm going to go up here to where it says sans serif, and I've got all these that I can choose from. I've got Pixel, which obviously makes a lot of sense if we're doing computer things, but actually this is for an outdoor sign, so I'm going to use something that's going to grab your attention, so I'm going to use this marker. Okay, and I'm pretty happy with that. But at the moment, it's only really a sign, so we don't really want the sign to be stationary. We want it to have motion. We want it to grab your attention. So we're going to do some programming to make it eye-catching. Now, most of what we're going to want to do, we're going to get when the green flag is clicked. Most of what we're going to do is going to be in looks, because I would like to do things that change the size. I'd like to do things that change the colour. I think those are what we'll do today. So what first thing we'll do is going to get to change the size. So I want it to get smaller and bigger, bigger and smaller, so it sort of looks like it's popping in and out. So I'm going to duplicate this change size by, I'm going to make one of them 10 and one of them minus 10. So if we go to controls, we get a wait 1 second. We can put it in between. Right, now if I get a forever loop and put it in there, and I get another wait 1 second and put it there. So what will happen is it will get bigger by 10, it will wait a second, it will get smaller by 10, it will wait a second, and then it will start again, it will get bigger, wait a second, smaller, wait a second, and it will do that over and over and over again. Let's have a go. Bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller. Awesome, we could change the wait, so we could say instead of it being 1 second, you could say it's half a second, so it's a little bit quicker. So it looks like it's almost constantly moving, which is pretty cool. Now what I want to do is I want to change the color effect. So I could do that at the bottom here, and you can see that every time it goes back it gets a different colour. I could add another one of those in. So I could put it in there. And so now, every time it moves, it changes colour. Every time, in and out, changes colour. That's pretty cool. Now what I want to do is I want to add some motion to it. I want it to move as well. So I'm going to go to the motion blocks and I'm going to get the turn by 15 degrees block. Now, what I want to do is I want it to spin all the way around. But if I put 360, which is how many degrees there are in a circle, it will start at 0 degrees and the computer's so quick it will move all the way around before we've seen it. So what we need to do is we need to break it into steps. So the computer's got to do it one step at a time, and that'll look like it's turning then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say change this to 10 degrees. So it's going to do 10 degree turns. So if we start at 0, to get all the way back around to 360 and start again, we need 36 of those 10 degree turns, because 36 times 10 is 360, a full turn. So let's get a repeat loop and say, right, I want 36 times turn 10 degrees. So I'll do 36 times 10, 360 degrees. It should do a full spin. Okay, let's give it a go. Okay, perfect, apart from I accidentally clicked the turn block before I put it in, so I'm going to ask it to turn back. There we go, okay. Okay, I'm pretty happy. The only thing is that my sign just goes slightly off the edge of the page, so I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller by changing the size by -10 once on its own. So just reduce the size so it fits on the page. Okay, and try again. Perfect. Right, guys. I mean, there it is. That's our important message today. We've got some really nice weather coming up over the next couple of weeks. So do make sure you cover up, you keep yourself hydrated, and you wear that suntan lotion so you don't avoid that damage. I hope you guys are all well and you're looking after yourselves, and I hope to see you again soon. And I'll see you next week or tomorrow, where we will have a whole new video.